The dark web. It's a term that conjures images of shadowy figures, illicit deals, and hidden truths. The very mention of it can send shivers down one's spine, evoking a sense of danger and the unknown. It's a place shrouded in mystery, whispered about in hushed tones and often misunderstood. Many people think of it as a digital underworld, a hidden realm where only the brave or the foolish dare to tread. But what is the dark web really? Is it a den of iniquity, or is there more to it than meets the eye? Is it as sinister as its portrayal in popular culture suggests? Or is it a more nuanced digital landscape with both positive and negative aspects? The reality is often more complex than the myths that surround it. The truth, as is often the case, lies somewhere in between. The dark web isn't inherently good or evil. It's a multifaceted space that reflects the dual nature of humanity itself. The dark web isn't inherently good or evil. It's a tool, a platform, a reflection of the human desire for both privacy and anonymity. For some, it offers a sanctuary from oppressive regimes, a place to speak freely without fear of retribution. It's a place where individuals can connect and communicate without the watchful eyes of governments or corporations. This aspect of the dark web can be a lifeline for activists, journalists, and whistleblowers. But it's also a place where criminals can operate with relative impunity, where illegal goods and services are bought and sold, and where the lines between right and wrong can become blurred. The anonymity that protects the innocent can also shield the guilty. The fascination with the dark web stems from its air of mystery and its potential for both good and evil. It's a place where the best and worst of humanity coexist. It's a digital frontier, a wild west of the internet, where the rules are different and the stakes can be high. The lack of regulation can lead to both innovation and exploitation. Understanding the dark web, its purpose, and its dangers is essential for anyone who ventures online. Knowledge is the key to navigating this complex and often perilous landscape. This essay will delve into the depths of the dark web, exploring its history, its structure, and the reasons why people are drawn to its digital shadows. We'll uncover the motivations behind its use and the ethical dilemmas it presents. We'll examine the types of content found on the dark web, the risks and dangers involved in accessing it, and the legal implications of engaging in dark web activities. From marketplaces to forums, we'll explore the various facets of this hidden world. By the end of this journey, you'll have a better understanding of this often misunderstood corner of the internet and be equipped with the knowledge to navigate its murky waters safely. With awareness and caution, the dark web can be approached with a balanced perspective. To truly understand the dark web, we need to first understand its place within the larger structure of the internet. The internet is a vast and complex network, and the dark web is just one part of it. Think of the internet as an iceberg. This metaphor helps us visualize the different layers and depths of the internet. The tip of the iceberg, the part that's visible above the water, is the surface web. This is the portion of the internet that is easily accessible and visible to everyone. This is the part of the internet that we use every day. It's where we conduct our daily activities, from checking emails to browsing social media. It's where we find websites like Google, Facebook, Amazon, and countless others. These are the sites that are most familiar to us and are used by millions of people around the world. These websites are indexed by search engines, meaning that their content is easily discoverable. Search engines like Google and Bing crawl these sites to make their content available to users. Beneath the surface, hidden from view, lies the deep web. This is a much larger portion of the internet that is not visible to the average user. This vast portion of the internet is not indexed by standard search engines. It includes a wide range of content that is not meant to be easily found. It includes content that is password protected, like your online banking information, your email inbox, or cloud storage services. These are areas of the internet that require authentication to access. It also includes databases, academic journals, and other information that is not intended for public consumption. This content is often restricted to specific users or groups. The dark web is a small subset of the deep web. It is a hidden part of the internet that requires special tools to access. It's a collection of websites that use specific software and configurations to remain anonymous and hidden from view. These sites are designed to protect the identities of their users. These websites cannot be accessed using traditional web browsers like Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox. Instead, they require specialized software. like the Tor browser, which allows users to access the dark web anonymously and securely. The Tor browser routes your internet traffic through multiple servers to conceal your identity. The dark web is often associated with illegal activities because of the anonymity it provides. This anonymity can be exploited for various illicit purposes. However, it's important to remember that not everything on the dark web is illegal. There are many legitimate uses for the dark web. There are legitimate reasons why someone might want to access the dark web, such as protecting their privacy. For example, individuals who are concerned about surveillance might use the dark web to communicate securely. Journalists, activists, and whistleblowers often use the dark web to communicate securely and anonymously, especially in countries with repressive regimes. Bypassing censorship is another critical use of the dark web. People living in countries with strict internet censorship can use the dark web to access blocked websites and information. Accessing hidden markets is another aspect of the dark web. While many dark web marketplaces are used for illegal activities, there are also markets that sell legal goods and services, often with a focus on privacy and anonymity. These markets can offer products that are difficult to find elsewhere. It's essential to approach the dark web with caution and awareness. Understanding the risks and taking necessary precautions is crucial. While it can be a valuable tool for privacy and anonymity, it's also home to criminal activity and dangerous content. Users must be vigilant and informed to navigate it safely. Accessing the dark web is simpler than many people think, but it's not without its risks. The dark web is a part of the internet that is not indexed by traditional search engines and requires specific software to access. The most common way to access the dark web is through the Tor browser. Tor, which stands for the Onion Router, is a free and open-source software that allows for anonymous communication by bouncing your internet traffic through a network of relays located around the world. This makes it very difficult for anyone to track your online activity or identify your location. The layers of encryption used by Tor provide a high level of privacy. Here's a simplified guide to accessing the dark web using the Tor browser. First, download and install the Tor browser. You can download the Tor browser from the official Tor project website. Make sure to download it from a trusted source to avoid malware. Always verify the authenticity of the download to ensure it hasn't been tampered with. Second, install a VPN, which is optional but recommended. A VPN or virtual private network encrypts your internet traffic and masks your IP address, adding an extra layer of security and anonymity. This can help protect your identity and data from potential threats. Next, launch the Tor browser. Once installed, launch the Tor browser. It will automatically connect to the Tor network. Finally, access .onion websites. Websites on the dark web end in .onion instead of .com or .org. These addresses are unique to the dark web and cannot be accessed through regular browsers. You can find directories of Onion websites online, but be cautious as many contain links to illegal or dangerous content. Always exercise caution and verify the legitimacy of the sites you visit. While these steps might seem straightforward, navigating the dark web requires a certain level of technical proficiency and awareness. It's not just about accessing the sites, but also understanding the risks involved. It's important to remember that the dark web is constantly changing. New sites appear and old ones disappear frequently. Websites appear and disappear quickly, and links can become outdated. This transient nature makes it challenging to find reliable information. Not everything is as it seems. The dark web is filled with deceptive practices and false information. Be wary of scams, phishing attempts, and malware disguised as legitimate websites or services. These threats are prevalent and can compromise your security. Your online activity can still be traced. Even with the anonymity provided by Tor, there are ways for determined individuals or organizations to track your actions. While Tor provides a high level of anonymity, it's not foolproof. There are vulnerabilities that can be exploited. Law enforcement agencies are constantly developing new techniques to track down criminals operating on the dark web. They use advanced technology and methods to infiltrate and monitor illegal activities. Accessing the dark web can be risky, and it's essential to weigh the risks and benefits before doing so. Always prioritize your safety and be aware of the potential consequences.